Taking good notes is important for being a successful student. There isn't just one way to take notes, though. Here are a few examples of note-taking styles and some tips to get the most out of your notes. As you think about what note-taking style makes the most sense for your class, keep in mind that your notes should capture important information, be efficient to take, and easy to read both in terms of legibility and your ability to quickly scan your notes for key information. First, perhaps the most common note-taking style is the outline. Outline notes place class content in a hierarchical order. For example, you might have a main idea, several sub-ideas underneath, and each sub-idea has a few important details. You can use Roman numerals, letters, and/or numbers to distinguish the levels of information. Or you can use bullet points and indentations. Outlines are straightforward to read and create, but by themselves don't lead to a lot of active studying. The Cornell note-taking system provides a little more structure for studying. Typically, the pages are divided into two columns, a questions or cues column and a notes column. At the bottom of your notes, leave room for a summary. During class or while reading the textbook, take notes as you normally would, perhaps in outline format. Once you have finished taking notes, go to the question column and write a question or cue next to the information. When studying, you will cover up the notes section with a piece of paper and quiz yourself using the question column. The summary at the bottom helps you keep track of the big picture for each lecture or textbook chapter. Concept maps or mind maps are a more visual way to organize your notes. Start with a central idea. Important subcategories branch off the main idea, and specific details will branch off of the subcategories. While this note-taking style is very useful for visualizing and summarizing a central topic, it's more challenging to take notes like this during a class. However, rewriting your notes in this style, especially when preparing for short answer or essay exams, can be extremely useful. Perhaps the easiest and most efficient way to take notes is to write directly on slides provided by your professor. If your professor provides slides prior to lecture, print them off or have them pulled up on your laptop or tablet. If using printed slides or your tablet, you can write additional notes or questions on the slide. Perhaps you want to emphasize that during photosynthesis, carbon is stored as carbohydrates and light energy becomes chemical energy. Add those notes to the slide. Circle things you are likely to forget and try and make connections to previous material. If using your laptop, you can add additional text boxes to the slide, add a comment, or use the note section to add information or questions. You may prefer one type of note-taking style over another, or you may find you need to use a different note-taking style in each class. Here are some quick tips to get the most out of your notes. Before class, skim through your resources so you know what type of content to expect in your class. If possible, print out the lecture slides. Write out any questions you already have that you hope will be answered during class. You can do this directly on the slides you have printed or at the top of your notes. During class, make sure to sit close to the front of the room. Write the date and class topic at the top of your notes to keep you organized. Throughout class, make note of anything the professor emphasizes. That will likely appear on the test. Write any questions you have during lecture so you can ask them at office hours. If you are able and your handwriting is legible, handwrite your notes to help you retain the information more easily. After class, review your notes on the same day they were taken. Make sure you are also creating active study tools based on your notes, such as Venn diagrams, matrix tables, concept maps, flashcards, etc. As you start to study, spend time doing practice problems or quizzing yourself without looking at your notes. If you have to reference your notes, make a note of the topic so you can spend a bit more time studying it before your test. Looking for more academic success resources? Check out the NCSU Academic Success Center's website at go.ncsu.edu/ASC.